Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Erie Playhouse. Zach Flock here alongside Kate Thiem.
Hello.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. It is, of course, Erie Gives 2026, and we have a busy day in store.
Well, and you've already been busy.
I mean, late night, a little bit of a we don't need to talk about
You've
that.
been here all night.
No, I did go home.
Yeah.
Chickened out a little bit. This place is creepy after dark.
There are definitely some spirits about.
Absolutely. Of course, Erie Gives 2026, a big day for us. Right off the bat, I want to remind you, you can make those donations at eriegives.org until midnight tonight, and we are so grateful for your support. You can also donate by phone at 814-454-0843. That's until 8 p.m. So if you're donating by phone, make sure you call by 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Or you just come down here and bring your donation, and we'll chat with you.
Correct.
Maybe. Time allowing.
Speaking of, if you want to stop down here, we should mention as well, it is actually subscriber day here at the Playhouse.
It is. We've already had a pretty busy morning in the box office. Subscriber day for Come From Away started today, which means that if you have a season ticket, an open card, or a choice card, you can get your tickets today for Come From Away. And if you don't, you could call in to get one of those cards, or you can wait till next week on August 18th at 10 a.m. is when our public sale starts for Come From Away. And it's already been kind of hopping in the box office. So,
but that's a great little hack you mentioned too. If you don't have a subscription right now, you could buy a choice card today and then make those reservations for Come From Away.
And the great thing about a choice card is that if you purchase it today, then it's actually going to be valid for an entire year, all the way to August 31st, 2027. We do give you some extra dates on top of that. So if you want to see Come From Away, plus some shows coming up, we still have a couple shows left in our 2026 season, but you can also use the choice card for our mysterious 2027 season that has not been announced yet.
That's right. And of course, later on today, we will be checking in with some folks from Come From Away, including Kate Thiem.
Correct.
That's coming up in one of our later streams throughout the day. So we will be live at the top of each hour through 8 p.m., giving updates on our progress and talking with folks from the Playhouse community, members of some of our past and upcoming productions, as well as some of the folks who make all the magic happen behind the scenes here at the Playhouse as well.
And there's a lot going on at the Playhouse besides Erie Gives today, Come From Away, subscriber sale. We also have a very special happy hour happening on Thursday at the Plymouth at 5 p.m. So if you are free on Thursday, come on down to the Plymouth, join us for a couple of drinks. We also have a really, really neat cabaret approaching. We have 2 performances of The Ones That Got Away. This is going to be hosted at Room 33. And this is all to do with the songs and the roles that perhaps we didn't get a crack at for some reason. Maybe we were too old. Maybe we weren't in town. Maybe we weren't cast. But that's up to the performer to tell you about their story. So we unfortunately are sold out of our first show on the 18th, but we still do have some tickets remaining for the show on the 25th.
And that's why we have 2 shows this year. So if you attended Miscast or maybe tried to attend Miscast the past couple of years and weren't able to get tickets, we have 2 shows of our cabaret at Room 33 this year. And like Kate said, tickets for that second performance are still available. EriePlayhouse.org, or go ahead and call or stop by the box office as well. But we should probably get on to the business at hand, which is, of course, Erie Gives. Donations started coming in at midnight, and we're making progress already.
Yeah, we've already seen a couple of major jumps in the past hour or so. So if you haven't called in or visited eriegives.org, you can do so right now, and we will keep you updated throughout the day as we see those numbers go up.
So that said, shall we head to the big board?
Let's do it.
Let's check in on our progress. I'm such a nerd. You guys know I love my charts and graphs. So I know one of the questions that we get about Erie Gives every single year is, what is the goal, right? How much are you hoping to raise today? So you can see this chart here has a couple of different bars that I'll talk you through. First off, we'll actually work backwards from right to left here. So you'll see the orange bar all the way on the right, 275,000. That is actually our annual fund goal for the entire season this year. So by the time we hit December 31st of this year, 275,000 is where we're hoping to be. Now, moving over here, 207,000 is our next sort of bluish teal. Kate, what would you call that?
I call it a nice light teal.
A nice light teal.
A summer teal, if you will.
Coordinates with my shoes.
It does. It is really kind of funny, like how well you do coordinate with the board today. If you'll notice, at home audience, the color of his jacket is blue.
Mm-hmm.
His khakis, a tribute to Steve Kornacki, do kind of mesh well with this column right here, and his teal Adidas. I mean,
there you go. Get that.
The
That's as high
planning
as I
that
can
went
go.
into
I didn't
this
stretch.
day.
So
That happened this
anyway,
morning.
back to the charts. So 207,000 is actually our goal for the third quarter of the year. So by the end of September, we want to hit that 207,000. So I mention all of that so I can give you a sense of where we are so far and where we have to go. So all the way on the left here, this big blue box, $130,500. That's where we were at midnight just before Erie Gives went live. Already today, we've added $21,445 in donations. Thank you to everyone who's given so far today. Combined, those, if I did my math right, put us at $151,845 so far toward our annual fund goal. So back to that original question of what is our goal for today? My personal goal is the closer we can get to this end of September $207,000 goal, the better off we will be as we continue through the rest of this season. So sort of a
basically
soft goal.
56,000 if we can do it.
That would be
roughly
great. But any amount that we get really helps us chip away at that 207. Heck, maybe we leap right past that and we can really make a dent toward that 275,000. So we will see.
I feel like you incentivized the crowd last year, at least with the Cats makeup. So what is the big?
She's going to put me on the spot here.
What is the big incentive this year for people to give on Erie Gives Day?
So the big incentive is supporting your Erie Playhouse. We will talk more about that throughout the day, about how those dollars help us out. I will tell you, Kate. So I was actually doing some math last night. This is so nerdy of me, but here we go. Without the annual fund, which again, $275,000 is our goal. If you were to take that money out of the equation, we would need to raise the price of our tickets by at least $10 to cover those expenses and that loss of revenue. So that's really how important this annual fund drive, and Erie Gives in particular, is to our overall operations. Because if not for donations from folks who can afford to give donations, we would be having to pass that cost on to our patrons, and we're really glad to not have to do that. So there's your incentive right there. The more we can raise, the more we can lock in those ticket prices and not have to see significant increases in those prices over time.
That's right. And hopefully today you're going to see some faces that will remind you of where your money goes towards, because you're helping those individuals on stage as they appear throughout the year in our several shows that we offer. So everything you give today just goes towards all of that and helping keep this place open and here for years to come, another 100 years.
That's right. And later on this afternoon, we'll also be talking about our youth theater program. We'll be talking with Annika Lexfold, our youth theater director, Devin Yates, who's the music director for a number of our youth theater shows, as well as Ryan Ingram, who's assistant directing our upcoming production of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Youth theater, of course, such a huge part of the Playhouse, the next generation of performers, our future main stage performers. So we'll be talking about that later on this afternoon as well. Now, we do have a guest with us here in the theater.
Sure.
It's a studio today. It's the Corey Collins studio.
If you believe it hard enough, it's a studio.
That's right. That's right. And we'll be checking in with her in just a minute. But before we do that, so of course you can tell we are on the set of Hairspray, which actually extended 2 additional performances this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m. matinees. And a really great show. I saw it twice so far. Brought my mom on Sunday. She had an excellent time at the show. So we really want.
I thought this was for Elephant Man. I'm confused.
Yeah, no, we're a little different.
But
set.
Very similar, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Stories are practically identical.
The costumes too.
They're not at all. But actually, why don't we take a look at the trailer from that show, give you a little preview, and then when we come back, we're talking with Kelly All right, so 2 more performances of Hairspray coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at 2 o'clock. Tickets are available at the box office, erieplayhouse.org, and by calling 814-454-28.
Try out. I really want to do it. It was my sister that brought me to auditions, and I can remember the song that I sang. It was about fleas in Jerusalem, and I yes,
perfect for the
I know,
right?
I sang it a cappella, and I
do you remember the song right now? The camera?
No? I do.
Oh,
go for it. The floor is yours.
I mean,
Kate puts everyone on the spot.
Yeah,
I do.
So.
Yeah, it's the best. It wasn't just you on stage. You did bring your family.
I did,
and they've appeared in shows. Can you just
Yes.
speak a little bit on that?
So ironically, my son, who is now 26, his very first show was The Wizard of Oz, and he was a munchkin. And at that time, I played Dorothy, and nobody, well, other than the cast, that knew that we were related, but the audience watching it, they kept saying, "How cute, that one munchkin won't let go of Dorothy's hand."
Oh.
And so the entire show, walking around, I had a munchkin that was holding my hand. He was about 6 years old. I've been around a long time.
So your second term,
Yes.
first term as president, first
Yes.
year as president,
Mhm.
you were secretary prior.
And when you can take a step back to an organization that means so much to me and help grow it and help take it into the next level of things that are going to progress the organization, like the classes that we do with youth theater. I think it is so important. And going back to the kids, that they don't play outside so much anymore. And this is some place that they can come after school every day, be with their friends, and just grooming that program so that there are classes that they can take, that they can express themselves, and having that from the board helping with that progression is huge. And just being a part of it in a different level.
I was just going to say, now as a board member, being aware of all the different programming that we do off stage as well, what are some of the other events, programs that we've put out there that you're a big fan of?
I do love the youth theater and the classes and things like that. I think are so important, and I would love to implement more in different areas. Maybe performance isn't for everybody, but maybe they want to make costumes. Maybe they would like to learn how to do makeup. Maybe they want to learn how to build sets. And if we can just grow that program to develop the techniques for whatever that child is interested in, that's huge. And just having them have something else that they can grow with and take that skill into their adulthood. And the youth theater is the future of this organization. So right now, the people that are doing all these main stage productions, they are wonderful, but eventually they're not going to be here anymore. So we need to grow this organization to keep it for another 100 years. And we have to start with the younger children and just make them have that love for the theater and realize what their passion is.
And I know that's something I love to see too, is when we have those youth theater performers who then sort of graduate to the main stage, or hopefully continue doing youth theater and main stage. And then they're working alongside those Playhouse veterans, if you will, who've been such a part of this community. And again, another opportunity for those young people to learn simply by watching the other folks and being a part of that ensemble with them.
And that was huge for me when I was doing youth theater. The veterans or the older adults that were doing these main stage shows, I would just sit in the wings and learn from them and just watch them and be like, wow, they are amazing. The talent that we have in Erie is phenomenal. And I think what people forget is when you come to a show, they're just regular people. They all have day jobs and they go to work and they come here. They choose to share their talents and put it on the stage for the community to enjoy. And it's easy to forget because the talent that we have is absolutely phenomenal. And we have had people go on to perform professionally, and they started right here. And that's what's so important to remember. And being a nonprofit is we rely heavily on the public and the community embracing us and helping to keep the future of that going.
So can I ask, who are some of those folks who you remember watching as a youth theater performer from the wings?
Absolutely. So Tammy Gondolfo was one of my all-time idols, and I did have the fortunate ability to, she was the conductor of the orchestra when I did The Wizard of Oz. And then the show that she was doing after that was called Eccentricities of a Nightingale, and it was a drama. And David Matthews was looking for a younger person to play Tammy as a child. And at the time, my hair, well, I guess it's still long, but I had long dark hair. Tammy also had long dark hair, and he picked me out of the cast of The Wizard of Oz and said, would you like to play a young Tammy? And I was absolutely just blown away. I was like, yes, I've never done a drama. The Wizard of Oz was my first show, but yes, I'm willing to do that. And doing that production, we had Doris Snell in that show, and Jim Gondolfo. And the funny thing is Jim and Tammy were dating at the time, and they were not married. And so watching them from their dating, and now they're married and they have grown-up children, and two very, very talented people that I absolutely adore. But you've got your Chuck Priestaps, and you have your Sue Leckners, and you just all of these great people, Charlie Corator, you just watch them and you learn from them, and they are just so talented. And that's also huge in kids learning how to do things. You watch somebody that you admire and you like, I want to be like that. And that's a great thing to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thinking about obviously the people we see on stage and that admire, there's also so many other people throughout the theater that are involved in making these productions happen that we admire as well. And that includes our front of house staff, our volunteers,
Yes.
our members of the pit orchestra, our pit singers. There's so many ways to get involved. Can you speak a little to how you've seen that participation change over the past several years?
Yes, absolutely. The orchestra, I have a great respect for anybody who can play a musical instrument because I just can't do it. I've tried.
Same.
I tried piano. I got frustrated. I tried the guitar. That didn't go so well. So for people who can play a musical instrument, I just have the greatest admiration for. And those people in the orchestra are also volunteers that have a great gift and a great talent that they can share with us. And they come in here and they just look at the music and be like, yep, I got that. And they can just play it, which is phenomenal. And it sounds, if not better than the original Broadway score, it sounds exactly the same. Yeah. So that is amazing. And it's nice to see that people want to do that and that people are like, yes, I want to play in the orchestra. I want to contribute to that. So that is a wonderful talent that we are very blessed to have as well. But also the people who want to be here is amazing. We're all volunteers except for, the staff that are here all the time, which, by the way, you guys are phenomenal as well. You really work very, very hard, and we're very lucky to have you. But we have so many volunteers that do want to come here after their day of 9 to 5, and they want to give their gifts of being able to build sets and create the magic that everyone sees on stage. We're very lucky to have that. And the amount of people that every production want to be here is a testament to how great this organization is. If it wasn't a great organization, people wouldn't want to be here, and they do. And that is a wonderful feeling. And Erie is very blessed to have an organization like this.
And I think I speak for Kate when I say that we feel it's an honor to get to work here and to have so many people who care so much about this place. And I'll say too, one of the things that I'm really proud of in the couple of years that I've been in this job is seeing people come back, after the pandemic and a leadership transition. We went through some rocky times, and I think for the most part, things are in the rearview mirror and things are looking up. So I'm curious how you feel about, where we are and where we're going.
I'm very happy with where we're going.
And I'm not fishing for a compliment. That really kind of felt like
Zach, you are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
No, truly, you are. I have seen the organization grow because I've been on the board and also been on stage and backstage. But being on the board, you do get to see every aspect of the organization. And we have done a phenomenal job in the last probably 10 years of just continually growing our programs and growing the numbers of volunteers. When we get 100, 150, 200 people that show up for auditions, that's wonderful. It's wonderful to be able to have that choice of talent that we can select from and put on these amazing productions that are outstanding. And not only that, but having the community embrace us and come to see these shows. The productions that we're putting on, and I can't say because it's not released yet, but I'm telling you, next season is amazing. And we're going to
We'll cut your mic if we have to.
Cut the feed.
The shows that we have lined up are amazing. And I think Erie's going to love them, and people are going to love performing in them as well. So everything has been moving forward, and we're doing better and better and bringing in more people and more volunteers. And if we could just see that continue to grow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and absolutely. It could not happen without the community support, for sure.
And speaking to that growth, thinking about the audience growth over the past few years and who we are now seeing come to shows, new faces, thanks to our Playhouse for All program, having people come on those premiere weekends to enjoy the extra food trucks and music that we've brought. We're seeing a lot of new people come to the theater, and it's just been really exciting to sort of be able to have a show that we can extend because there's demand for it. And so how do you think as an organization we can keep that energy going for the next 3 years?
I think we're already doing it by putting on productions that are not only quality productions, but they're productions that people want to see and have an interest in. That's what's going to bring people to our doors and put, have them sitting in our seats. we are putting out really great shows, every single show. And I know I keep going back to the youth theater, but if you haven't seen a youth theater show, you need to come see a youth theater show. These kids are amazing. The talent that our young people have is just phenomenal. And, you know, while I was in youth theater, I feel like, I don't want to offend anybody, but I feel like we were good, but the kids nowadays are amazing. And I don't know if TikTok has something to do with that, that they
Oh, it's
are
100%
constantly
TikTok.
mimicking
Yes.
the TikToks and things like that. But
Maybe don't call it the TikTok. Just say TikTok.
well, yeah, that's true.
It's okay.
That just
It's all
dated
right.
me, I guess.
I'm right there with you.
But the youth theater shows are amazing,
Yeah.
and I think that is why people are embracing us, is because it's just good.
Yeah.
You know, you just are amazed with the talent that we have.
And to that point, so we recently had our auditions for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. 106 youth theater performers auditioned. 61 were cast.
That's fantastic.
Which I don't know where we're going to put them in the building, but we'll figure it out. It's a good problem
well,
to
yeah,
have.
it is a good problem to have.
But I also want to mention too, and obviously you're aware of this as a board member as well, so this is not a spoiler for 2027, but one of the things I'm very excited about is that we actually did a youth theater ticket price reset. So the adult price is actually going up by $2 from $18 to $20, but we're now offering a student price for youth theater. In the past, it was everyone was the same price. So student tickets are actually going to be $15. So for a family, they're looking at saving a few dollars, and hopefully having that student price also serves as a way to entice some new families to come and see a youth theater show as well. So I think we're all very excited about what's in store for 2027 and beyond. And of course, jumping back to where we started, it's not possible without the support from the community. So I just want to remind you all again, eriegives.org to make those donations. You have until midnight, or if you want to give by phone, 814-454-0843. Kelly McDonald, we are so glad that you are our board president, and we are so glad you could join us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of
And yes,
course.
please, everyone, please support the Playhouse. It is for families. It is for you, and we have so much more to give.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your support very, very much.
So normally, as we're doing these segments, and this is our first one of the year, I have my phone out and I'm frantically updating. So I'm going to do that really quickly. I'd love to share an update.
So
with
while
folks.
he's looking at that, I'm going to
Yeah.
ask, is there a show that you have yet to do that is still on the horizon for you? Like, is there a bucket list moment that you want to see on the stage?
There is a bucket list moment, but I don't think
if it's
it'll
part
ever
of
happen.
next season, don't say
No,
it.
it's not. It's not. I would love to be a part of Wicked, but I don't ever see that one leaving Broadway. So I'm not sure that one will ever happen, but that is definitely a bucket list show for me. That is one of my top 4 all-time favorite Broadway shows.
I said the other day to someone, I was like, well, we'll do it someday, but there's going to be 50 women going for Madame Morrible at that point, because we're all going to be in our
Yes.
60s
Yeah.
and not able to fly. So
That is true. That is true. Yes. But yeah, that would be definitely a great show to do. But sadly, I don't know if that one will happen.
Yeah, so you heard it here first. It is not on our 2027 slate. It is not available yet, folks. So hang in with us. I do have an update. So when we started the segment, we were at 21,445. We are now up to 22,428. So that
Woo,
number
thank
is
you,
ticking
thank you,
up,
thank
and
you.
thank
That's
you for your
wonderful.
support. Again, eriegives.org or 814-454-0843. Kelly, thanks again.
Thank you.
Always good
Thank
to
you.
chat with you.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
folks, we will be back at 1 o'clock. So we'll see you then.
bye.